Jean-Pierre Izzard. He will be here on behalf of the French government. Carl Leslar, Bond's representative. Paul Lardner, of American intelligence. No shortage of funds there. He'll be in until the bitter end. Vladimir Borzensko, Lardner's counterpart in Soviet intelligence. His instructions are to outbid the Americans whatever the cost. John Maxted, from Britain. He will be hampered by their defense cuts, of course.
And that is all?
Oh. The appropriations of the other powers are insufficient. No one else is to be admitted under any pretext whatsoever. You understand, Louis?
Si, senor.
We must do what we can to make our guests as comfortable as possible.
¿Qué tenemos aquí? Nada más que flores y frutas. Espera, voy a ver. Bueno, adelante.
This little scrap of celluloid is going to cost one of our distinguished visitors plenty. That's all, Louis. $1 million? $2 million? We'll see.
Is at least 14 feet high.
And electrified.
Save a lot of trouble to plant a lump of jelly. Blow a gap wide enough for a 10-tonner.
Eddie, that would set off the alarm. And we don't have a 10-tonner. You're not in the Army now.
You need an army to take care of this place.
Well, I'm an electrician. It can all be fixed.
Not from the outside. The supply for the fence is on the inside, isn't it? Radix had 2 years to prepare here.
What's he got in there anyway that needs a private army to take care of it?
I told you before, Eddie, he has a fantastic art collection. It's going to be worth at least £500,000, and that'll be a pretty good cut for you if we don't announce our arrival.
What's he do with this art collection right in the middle of nowhere?
How do I know what he does with them? I don't care what he does with them as long as we take them off his hands.
It only needs some Earth to say he's seen an unidentified flying object.
We're not sending up a rocket, Eddie. There's nothing within 20 miles of this place in any direction. Listen. We have less than a week to go now. Let's just keep with the plan we've got. Come on, let's go see if those other guys are making out as well with their rehearsal as we are with ours.
Okay.
50 yards too far, buckle over, shoot. 50 too short, he'll end up hanging on the barbed wire.
Well, it's nice going, Buck. But you're gonna have to get it a little closer.
It's mountain country. Just a question of riding the thermals.
Well, then ride him in a little closer.
Now, it'd be a pity to get hung up in the barbed wire.
Look, Eddie, you let me do the flying, will you? 14-foot fence and 350 yards clear behind it. You worry about what happens when I get it down, that's all.
Well, we'll work on that, Buck. At least you landed on schedule.
You got nothing to worry about, McGill. Not about the flying, anyway.
Buck seems sure enough.
Buck will be okay. He used to fly gliders for the paratroopers, didn't he?
So he says.
Well, I think you could put that thing down on a dime myself.
Supposing he does. It's not invisible, you know.
Thanks.
Neither's he.
Eddie, it's going to be awfully dark and very difficult to see.
Flood lamps every 50 yards.
Raphael's going to take care of that.
Sure, I'm an electrician. I can fix that.
Oh, not again.
It's not the outside of the house that bothers me. It's the inside. And once we're inside, we don't have much time. Now, you just handle your job, Eddie. Raphael will take care of you.
Look, you show me where this art collection is. I'll do my job, all right. What I want to know is how Sparks here's going to do his.
Listen, you want to get in, take a look around, see?
Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he? Yeah, we want to have a recce. A recce. A trial run.
But it's simple.
Oh, yeah?
If you live here in Spain, you'll know there are two things which always go wrong. The basins, the pipes.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I haven't been to a toilet yet that worked.
And the electricity. Especially here in the Pyrenees. One big storm and...
That's great, isn't it? Wait for a storm to put the lights out.
Eddie, just listen. Raphael, finish this story before sunset.
Okay. Listen. There's the substation of the electricity just outside here. Now, we just cut the current off.
Look, if we can cut the current off, why can't we just go straight through the fence?
Because like we told you 100 million times, the current of the fence comes from inside. Now, we got a Land Rover, no? All we need is some paint, some brushes. I show you.
You happy in your work?
Si, senor.
Sign writer as well as an electrician, eh?
In Spain, we work at different things, not like England.
Too true, lad. Have the union on you for that. Thanks. There's the lads with the glider.
Somebody's coming. Oh, go on, move the truck. Come on, get a hold of yourself.
Hello there. Is there anybody at home?
What do you want?
Oh, I ran out of petrol and I wondered if... Hey, you're English.
So what?
I was just showing her my knife, boss.
Well, why don't we put it away now?
Yes, boss.
What are you doing way out here, man? What do you want?
I just ran out of petrol. I didn't mean to intrude.
Well, why don't we give the lady some gas if that's all she wants?
Now, who is she? What's she doing here? Miles from the nearest road.
I'm on vacation. I'm doing architecture at Liverpool University.
Liverpool?
I'm making a study of murals and Spanish primitives. Look, there's a church over at Sale.
Well, that's bad timing. Well, things are a little primitive around here, ma'am, but we'll try to make you comfortable.
What do you mean?
Would you like to be our guest for a couple of days?
Do I have a choice?
No, ma'am.
I am receiving you. You say her name is Anne Weeks, and she describes herself as an architectural student.
That's right, but I'm a little suspicious about her. I think she may be a plant. She says she's from Liverpool University.
I'll check on that.
Well, how long is that going to take? And what do you want me to do with her in the meantime?
Kill her. Or cover her tracks if you can.
Listen, I'm not being held responsible for that girl's life. I got enough headaches around here with this crew you gave me to work with. Where in the world did you find them?
They're good men for the job.
They're at each other's throat every second. Now, what are you going to do if you have a couple of bodies on your hands?
On your hands, not mine.
You told me everything you should have told me about this job. I never would have taken it in the first place.
That's what you undertook to do, and that's what you're being paid for.
That's just brilliant!
Message understood. Operation will proceed as planned. Out.
How do you feel about killing women?
Raphael? You don't want to worry about him. He just loses his head like all the Dagos. Now, back there's a different cup of tea. He was all for taking you behind the shed and shooting you down just like that.
Why? Who's Buck? You don't go for the rough stuff, do you?
Don't you get any ideas?
Look, I don't know what you're planning, but you must be pretty involved to keep me here like this.
That's right.
If I'd suspected anything, I wouldn't have come marching in here, now would I?
The innocent little architecture student, eh? Strikes me you've got a bit of explaining to do.
Have I? You tell me, what's so extraordinary about taking a holiday in the Pyrenees?
Running out of petrol. The next filling station 50 miles away on the border. You knew that, didn't you? Now you want me to help you get out of here.
You would?
After all the trouble you took to get in.
Hey, Eddie. Want to take that tray back now? How was your breakfast?
Great.
Yeah, Raphael's a pretty good chef.
I've noticed he's pretty nifty with the knives.
Yes, he is. Look, we won't be keeping you here more than a day or two, or 3.
You've got no right to keep me here at all. Someone like you mixed up with those thugs.
Yeah, that's right. What is a nice guy like me doing in a place like this? You said you were living in a hotel in Puigcerda? Well, I need a letter of authorization to pick up your things for you.
You know something? That's very thoughtful of you.
I thought it was.
What makes you imagine I'm going to give you that letter, I don't know. It's bad enough being kept prisoner without colluding with you.
Colluding? Honey, I wouldn't collude with you.
And rudeness won't get you anywhere.
Right. Well, you're a very sensible girl, Miss Weeks. You know we're not in this for kicks by now, don't you?
I heard a story about Buck, whoever Buck might be. Something about taking me behind the sheds and murdering me.
Well, old Buck watches a lot of TV, man.
I prefer to believe Eddie's version.
Okay, that's all right. Believe it. But you haven't been hurt yet, have you? And if anybody does bother you, you let me know. Now, how about writing that letter? Oh, listen, you mind if I borrow your car to pick up your stuff? We're a little short of transportation around here.
Oh, no. Be my guest.
Hey, thank you. See? Now, that didn't hurt, did it? Beautiful. Thank you very much. You have an address for Miss Weeks in case she has some mail, don't you?
Si, senor, in the register. The senorita is not returning?
No, she's gonna stay with us a few days, and then she's gonna go back to England.
In that case, senor, you wish to...
Oh, yeah, the bill. I better settle that, hadn't I? How much is that gonna be?
3,000 pesetas, senor.
3,000 pesetas. Well, keep the change.
We agradecido, senor.
Yeah, you have a very nice place here.
Senor!
You found a passport in her bag? What's the number?
124130. Foreign Office 194, 13th of May, 1964, London. This says she's a student.
That squares. The number's right. Seems as if she's okay.
Well, let's just be sure. Check it out, will you?
Then we'll meet as arranged at the villa.
I hope we make it. We're going to take a look around this afternoon.
The third time in 3 weeks we can't afford to be without electricity. What's wrong this time?
I get onto them straight away.
You do that immediately, and no excuses. I want that current restored. That's all, Louis. The menu.
Yes, Sir Radek.
Yes. After dinner like that, our guests should be ready to do business.
But, Herr Radek, how are we to cope without electricity?
You'll get your electricity, even if it means getting on to Madrid.
Alto! ¿Son ustedes los electricistas?
Sí, sí.
Tarjetas de identidad, por favor.
Bueno, sígame.
There you are. Told you it was a piece of easy cake.
Vamos! Daros prisa! Moveros, moveros! Ustedes electricistas, es abominable. Les invitados, les advierto que tenemos invitados esta noche y si no han restablecido la corriente para entonces, me encargaré de que los despidan a todos.
Sí, sí, señor, he entendido.
Voy a telefonear a la electricidad. Dígame. Deme eléctricas españolas. ¿Qué? Hoy tan pronto como posible. Una urgencia, ¿entendido? Ellas llamarán. Vamos. Los plomos.
Esto va a llevar tiempo.
Me quedo con ustedes.
Al teléfono, señor. Eléctricas españolas.
Hablaré en el despacho del señor. Ustedes se quedan aquí. ¿Entiende?
Entendido. He put through a call to the electricity company. They just rang back. And he says they're expecting guests here. Not us.
No, Raphael, not us.
Eléctricas españolas. Habló con el central. Bueno, ahora un poco de servicio, señores míos.
Okay, don't electrocute yourself.
Los plomos.
Plomos? Who are you?
¿Dónde están los plomos?
Who are you?
Electricidad.
Oh, you're the electrician.
Sí.
But the fuses are down there. Come, I will show you. You have finished it?
Perdón, señor.
No habla español.
I said, have you finished it yet?
No habla español? No, the fault is not here. It's at the substation outside.
Gracias, senor. Gracias.
Oh, Slanders.
Okay, you're leaving.
Leaving?
That's what you want, isn't it?
Yes, but no!
Come on, get going.
Eddie!
What's the matter with you? You wanted to get out of here, didn't you?
No!
He ain't here.
Come on, we'll say goodbye.
No! No! Open! Please don't!
What's going on out here?
Keep out of this, McGill. It's too dangerous to keep this girl here, and you know it.
Sure thing, McGill. She's too dangerous. Oh, we gotta get rid of her.
Wake up! Just wake up and relax.
Rafael? Gracias.
Cuando scares.
Eddie, you coming in or you going out?
Raphael's just been telling me there are visitors coming to Radex.
Sure, big fiesta. Lots of wild...
Who are they? What visitors?
Don't worry about it, Eddie. It's going to be okay. It's all going according to plan.
That's the first I've heard about it.
Well, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. That's why we have to move tonight, because Radix gotten together this whole crowd of high-powered art dealers and connoisseurs. He's going to sell his stuff tonight.
Well, it might make sense if you'd told us about it before.
Eddie, there's no difference. He gets together his valuables, the dealers arrive, and we collect. That's all. Same thing.
I don't like it. Place is guarded like Fort Knox, now we got these art dealers coming.
Eddie, art dealers don't carry guns.
You should have told us about it before. You're treating us like a bunch of kids. Going into this blind.
We know the procedure at the gate. I've already located the strong room. Now everything's covered.
Guardias, la policía.
Oh, does Buck and Bruno know?
Sí, con el gladiador.
Over there, Bruno. Watch the fabric. Take your hands off the fabric.
They've only got to find the glider. You got it all covered, have you?
Put that thing away. Once you start shooting the police around here, we're all dead. Now, clear this model out of here. Come on, move.
¿Qué desea?
¿Está el señor McGill?
Sí, sí, está aquí.
Quisiera hablar con él, por favor. Señor McGill?
¿Sí? ¿Habla inglés?
Hey, little.
Great, go.
You call at the Hotel Buenavista at Puicerda.
Right.
In a Seat car hired by Miss Weeks, you informed the proprietor she was returning to England.
Yeah, she will in a few days.
The owner of the car has complained. The penalties for car stealings includes a fine and imprisonment.
Car stealing? Now, wait a minute. There must be some misunderstanding here. I'm sure Miss Weeks had no intention of stealing it. And I wouldn't steal that car.
Adriano.
Listen. Maybe I should just settle up for Miss Weeks now.
I'm sorry. Miss Weeks hired the car. I must speak to her personally.
Oh. Okay, well, then I'll have to go get her. Now, make yourself at home. Hey, give the boy some coffee.
Okay. Buen día.
Listen, I need your cooperation.
Really? We saw the police arrive.
I have to do what I'm doing. There are very good reasons.
What makes you think I'm going to cooperate?
Because if you don't, it's going to be a shootout, and a lot of people are going to get hurt, including you. They think you stole that car out there, by the way.
Me? Stole that old heap?
This farm has been deserted for 3 years. What are you doing here?
I like to be on my own.
I just brought my friends here for the hunting.
Buenos días, señorita.
Well, see, it was just like I said. It was just a misunderstanding. And Miss Weeks is perfectly willing to settle up now.
Since she's prepared to pay, una señorita tan encantadora, I will speak to the owner of the car and ask him to drop the complaint.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you very much. How much is that, by the way?
2,000 pesetas.
Just one moment. There's something I want to say. I prefer to settle my own debts. I'm sure you'll lend me the money, McGill.
Sure.
Gracias, señorita.
No, I don't. Listen, take this for your trouble.
Oh, muchas gracias, señor.
My pleasure.
Good hunting, señor.
Oh, thank you.
Todo está bien. Vámonos.
Thank you for doing that.
I didn't do it for you, so don't get carried away.
Well, I appreciate it anyway. Want some coffee?
No. I was just watching Eddie. I'm not addicted to murder. Yesterday it was me, today it could have been that Spanish policeman.
Glad you noticed that, too.
Thank you. Well, I think you owe me an explanation. No explanation. Look, I've showed good faith. And that professor of mine is expecting another 5 sketches of churches. Now, the least you can do is let me go. The others, they wouldn't stand for it, would they? Tell me, who's boss around here? You or Eddie?
All right, McGill. We want to talk to you.
Maybe it's Buck.
Okay, Buck. Bruno, on your way upstairs, why don't you take her to her room, lock her up?
We've been talking things over, and we don't like it.
You don't like what?
For a start, who's she?
She's an architectural student.
Now, don't give us that. If she'd been who she said she was, she'd have blown the gaff to the police. It just don't add up.
It sure don't.
She knew you had a gun, Eddie, and she knew you were stupid enough to use it. And that's why.
There isn't only the girl. A whole load of others. And there's the police and the girl. Now we got these art dealers to contend with.
Well, what about you, Buck? You ready to chuck it in because Eddie's getting nervous?
Eddie ain't getting nervous.
Yeah, well, I wonder what Eddie is getting. Raphael, you think you could handle that strong room?
Sure. You give me the explosive and...
Give him explosives, he'll blow you into the middle of next week. It's the overall plan I'm worried about.
Eddie, nothing that's happened has changed our overall plan. How many times do we have to tell you that? All we have to do is handle a few art dealers. The girl's locked in a room upstairs. The police have gone now. Or is it those art dealers that you're afraid of?
Un altro coche. Un hombre con pelo griso.
The party seems to have started. The first 2 cars went through 5 minutes ago. The Englishman is going through now. The Frenchman, that makes 5 of them. There are more guards than ever tonight.
Tell Tomas to meet with Buck and Bruno. Now, you stay there in case there are any accidents, and I'll join you later. All right? Over now.
So, it's tonight. Can I come for the ride?
Why?
Well, we'd make a change from sketching churches, and it's nice weather for gliding.
Ah, my, what big eyes you have.
Well, there isn't much else to do around here except look out of windows. You need that glider for getting over the walls, don't you?
You're very observant, Anne.
Anne?
Yeah, isn't that your name? It was on your passport, which you'll be needing, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll meet again sometime.
Maybe.
But for now, you just stay here till Raphael comes back and lets you go, okay?
Once again, thank you. And McGill, look after yourself.
Having themselves the ball.
goes. Let's move. Come on, Eddie. Don't seem so tough to me.
McGill, the journey.
Where is this?
Still in the van.
Oh, you stupid ass! Get in those bushes. Get in there and stay there legged back. Well, at least somebody's doing their job.
Mind you, don't drop that stuff.
Of course, authenticity is always difficult to establish, even by qualified experts. However, perhaps this might help. Now, gentlemen, I've already had an offer amounting to £1 million sterling. So we'll begin there, shall we?
Why, what did you expect?
That's what I expected.
No, just relax. Just relax.
I hope one of those guards was named Jose.
¿Quién es?
José.
¿Qué pasa?
Sí, abre deprisa.
Voy.
No, hey! Lock them up. Lock them up. Come on. And then you join us downstairs. You follow me.
Okay, then. Okay, then.
Come on, hurry up. Piece of cake. Let's just slice it.
Gotta get a surprise in there. I think it's Guy Fawkes or something.
Well, if you don't hurry up, it's gonna be Guy Fawkes.
Come along, gentlemen. It must be the first time in history that so many distinguished adversaries have gathered, shall we say, sub rosa.
2.5 million.
That's more like it. £2,500,000 from the envoy of Her Britannic Majesty. Surely, a guidance system for an effective anti-missile is worth a fraction of what your citizens spend.
Everybody face down on the floor. Move! Everybody! The calendar.
Drop it. Drop it.
El jeep! De prise!
Want a lift?
Come on, can't you get any more out of this heap?
Heap?
It's really gratitude for you, isn't it? You just saved my life. Now I'm knocking your car because it's not going fast enough. Though why you did it, I don't know. Listen, there's going to be a lot of money in this if you can just catch up.
Won't be much use to me if I break my neck. Patience, Mr. McGill. We'll catch that Land Rover yet. There's not much danger of losing them. You see, this road only goes one way to Andorra. Quite often the road gets blocked, too.
McGill. I'm going to need that car. Tell the girl to move it to the other side of the roadblock. I said drop that gun.
Hey. Accept our Golden Calendar Award for services rendered above and beyond the call of duty, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pretty good day's work for an architectural student.
Where is it?
Where's what?
The microfilm.
It's safe.
What were your orders, McGill?
To find it and burn it. What were yours?
To make certain you carried out your orders.
Want to have a fire?
Yes.
Let's build a fire and celebrate.
Let's.